Now, let's go back. This is just an overview of our plant structure. Again, I was just emphasizing that the plant has two systems, the shoot system and root system. Okay? Now, let's get back to our Q&A. Ito. Wait. I think my camera is off now. Ayan. So, next question. Peter observed that corn leaf veins are parallel to each other. What type of leaf venation does it have? Is it A, horizontal, B, parallel, C, reticulate, D, normal leaf venation? Okay. The correct answer is, yes, tama kayo guys. It's parallel. Kasi when we say, the clue here, obvious naman, di ba? May parallel na word. Now, leaf venation, it's actually the arrangement of veins. It refers to how the veins of the leaf are arranged. Pag sinabing reticulated, meaning parang siyang net. Okay, it is also known as like net. While parallel venation, ito yung lagi natin nakikita sa mga grasses, no? And by the way, reticulated venation or mga net leaf type, ito yung nakikita natin sa mga vegetables like leafy, 'di ba? Pag nagasamgyup kayo, mga lettuce, o 'di ba? Tomato, carrots, radish. In short, those vegetables are also a dicot plant because most of the dicot plants have reticulated venation or parang net siya. While parallel, those are plants that are monocot. So they have parallel leaf veins and kadalasan nakikita nyo ito sa mga grasses like corn. 'Di ba? Corn, rice, ano pa ba? Sugarcane, so anything na mga grasses and grains. No? In general then, yung mga tanim na yon are mga fibrous. Yes, tama po, bamboo. Bamboo is a grass. Okay? So, bamboo is a grass. So, kadalasan, mga fibrous rooted din yun na mga tanim. Okay? Since we are talking, no, sa leaf venation, may na ano na din tayo ng dicot, monocot. So, let's take a look at what is monocot and dicot. Ayan. You can also take a picture and credits to Google. I just grabbed some photos, no, of how monocot and dicot is being differentiated. So pag mono, di ba, means one. Cot is cotyledon. So one cotyledon. While di means two. So dicot, dalawa siya. Okay? So why is it important na malaman natin yung monocot and dicot? It's because we will be able to understand its characteristics. No, at paano siya i-cultivate. Kasi kadalasan, as what I've said, kadalasan sa mga top-rooted, itong mga dicot plants. Pag top-root siya, ang hirap niyang it helps in transplanting while recognizing that itong mga fibrous, let's say mga corn pala, yung mga corn, ito yung mga dicot plants, monocot plants, na ang hirap nating i-direct seeding. Kasi nga, napaka-sensitive ng roots nila. Okay? Well, for dicot, di ba, ang sabi parang mga radish, ano pa ba? Carrots, ang hirap ding i-transplant kasi nga once nabuo na yung primary root, ang hirap mo na siyang i-pull at madidisturb yung growth ng crops ng nasa ilalim. Okay? So, yung monocot and dicot, it's self-explanatory din, no? Kasi ito yung how they grow from, let's say for example, sa monocot. Let's talk about the parts of the seed rather of monocot and dicot. No? Because it focuses on the growth kasi, and we can also discuss this on a deepened portion sa crop science natin. But I want you to focus only for now, the introduction. So let's talk about the parts of the seed of this monocot and dicot. Ito. Okay. So seed, again, let's get to the basic. Seed is what we call as a ripened ovule, which consists of embryo and stored food supply enclosed with the seed coat. So we all know, ang basic parts ng seed is we have endosperm. Ito yung serves as reserve food. Endosperm yung tawag pa sa monocot. Pag sa dicot, it could be cotyledon. Ito din yung nagre-reserve ng food niya. At the same time, magiging leaves siya by the time it's sprouted. While seed coat, ito yung outer layer ng seeds to protect the seeds, no, from outside na mga factors that could makakasira ng itong endosperm at embryo. Well, seed coat naman ng dicot is what we call as testa at tegmen. No, hinati siya, may outer pa tapos may thin layer pa na nasa inner para protected talaga yung seeds. Well, for the embryo, ito yung sa monocot. Well, for the dicot, no, meron tayong plumule. Ito ay nagiging first leaf ng tanim once it will germinate. Ito yung una nating nakikita. Epecotyle, ito yung nagpupush ng plumule para lumabas. So just to give you a trivia, the plumule, epicotyle, ito talaga yung shoot system ng plant pag nag-germinate na itong dicot seed. While itong hypocotyl, radical, at saka, yes, ito yung nag-grow downward naman. Kasi si cotyledon, di ba, sa nakikita nyo, nagiging leaves din siya later on. But since seed siya, so kailangan niya munang kailangan niya munang i-portray yung role as the food storage ng seeds. Okay? So, yan yung kaibahan ng monocot seed at saka yung dicot seed. Alright? Okay pa ba? Ayan. So, additional na hindi din nakita ng picture, may in-insert lang ako. Itong si micropyle. Kasi last time lumabas din to sa board exam. No, micropyle, ano yung small pore daw nag-aalaw ng water to enter sa seeds. Ito yung part na to na parang space, it's a micropyle. Now, the other one, ito, it's a hilum. Napaka-obvious to specialists like sa mga mung beans, apples. Yan. Parang siyang scar na black, no? Dark na, or, oh yes, dark. Scar marking na it's a former attachment point to the parent material. Parang siyang indicator na galing ako sa parent material na na-detach lang. So, it's a hilum. Again, don't forget these two. Micropyle, it's a small pore that allows water to enter, and hilum. Okay? So, that's it. Parts of a seed. Next question tayo. Let's move on to the flower. So, this is a major part of the flower that is considered as a unit of corolla. Is it A, stamen, B, petal, C, sepal, D, pedicel? Okay, unit of corolla. Okay, the correct answer is yes, that's right. It's petal. Next question. This is a major part of the flower that is considered as a unit of calyx. Sabi si calyx naman kanina. Is it A, stamen, B, petal, C, sepal, D, pedicel? Diba? Correct answer is sepal. Alright, so since we're talking about flower, we might as well visit what are the parts of the flower. Diba? So ito yon. So let's start with the lowest portion, itong nasa ibaba, si pedicel. Of course, this is the stalk of a flower. While si receptacle, itong bandang to, yan, siya yung nag-hold ng lahat ng organs na attach sa flower. Ito lahat, 'di ba? Yan si receptacle. Si sepal, 'di ba? Sabi si sepal yung unit of calyx, all sepals. Kasi pag isa lang siya si sepal. But madami na, ang tawag doon is calyx. Yung purpose niya is to protect. no? Especially nalulocate dito yung ovary to protect ng organs from any external forces na pwedeng makasira sa fertilization din or overall sa flower. While for petal, di ba, pag isa, petal. But pag maraming petal, it's corolla. No, all petals is corolla. Siyempre, ito yung ginagamit ng flower para to attract some pollinators, no? At sometimes, kung the lighter the color is, it could also attract pests. Kaya meron tayong tinatawag kanina na chakra. Okay? So, yan yung petals, but kung marami, it's corolla. Now, let's go to the structure, male structure. We have a stamen. Okay, it's a male part of the flower na nagko-consist ng anther, na siya yung nag-hold ng pollen grains. Si filament, ito yung nag-support. Yan, so anther and filament. Yan yung si stamen. Si carpel, ma'am, bakit hindi pistil? Kasi pag maraming carpel, di ba? All carpels, tinawag na siyang gynoecium or pistil. Okay? But since isa lang, siya si carpel. Si stigma, siya yung unang nag-receive ng pollen grains. Si style, yung nag-assist para mapunta siya sa ovary para dito mag-take place yung fertilization. Now, since this flower both have the male and the female structure, we also call this flower as complete. Okay? May dalawang types tayo ng flower. It's a complete and incomplete. Pag sinabing complete, nasa kanya na lahat, 2-in-1, may babae at lalaki. Pag incomplete, kailangan niya ng ibang plant na lalaki para mag-fertilize. Best example is yung papaya. 'Di ba? Si papaya, may tinatawag tayong lalaking papaya at babaeng papaya. Ayun, so separate yung male plant niya. So tawag dun is incomplete. Okay, so that's for the parts of the flower. Again, don't forget this note here kasi minsan lumalabas din siya. All carpels, gynoecium, also known as pistil. Okay, nakuha ba? Or medyo, fast? Alright, sige. Pag may tanong, lang po, comment lang. Next question tayo. Diba? Sabi ko, complete flower. Which of the following is not a complete flower? A. Gomamela, B. Rose, C. Tulips, D. Squash. Yan, sabi ko kanina, yung complete flower, nasa kanya na yung male at female part. Yes, ang sabi, it's letter. Teachers, you're actually correct. The answer is squash. Diba kung naalala nyo, kailangan pang natin ipahid yung male, yung male plant dun sa female flower ng squash para mag-fertilize, para may squash tayo. So, different yung male and female niya, while the rest are actually complete flowers. Alright. Ito. It's a small pore that in a seed that allows water absorption. Is it A, seed coat, B, root, C, micropyle, D, plumule? Okay. Nasabi ko kanina, the clue here is small pore in a seed that allows water absorption or allow waters to enter. The answer is micropyle. Right. Next. These are plant pores that allows plants to take in carbon dioxide in making food, releasing oxygen as byproduct. In short, it's photosynthesis. Is it A, chlorophyll, B, microphyll, C, stomata, D, all of the above? A, ang sabi. Okay. The correct answer is, it's letter C, Stomata. Guys, di ba, in short, this question it refers to where the gas exchange in plants happen. Okay, allows plants to take in the gases. Chlorophyll, again, it's actually the one who absorbs, no, the sunlight to make photosynthesis happen. Okay, yes, it's the location at the same time. So these are the plant pores that allows plants to take the gas exchange, or I mean, where the gas exchange happens in the plant. So it's in the stomata. Okay? Yes. Next question. They were called as the first agriculturists. A. Africans. B. Indians. C. Igorots. D. Cushites. Cushites. Okay. First agriculturist. Okay. Remember that Philippines, late na tayong napag-introducean ng mga agricultural extension. Okay? So the first one really was considered first agriculturists are the Cushites. No, they are located in the Northeast Africa. As we all know, di ba, katong Fertile Crescent natin sa history where agriculture or domestication happens. So most of them, no, are actually Cushites na sila yung unang nakapag-domesticate ng mga hayop. Now, for crops, they mainly plant or produce. Yes, they are near to the Fertile Crescent. Tama po. So, they mainly produced sorghum and beans before. So, again, they were called as the first agriculturists, Cushites. Next, Oryza sativa originated in blank. Oryza sativa is the scientific name of rice. Is it A, Mexico, B, Vietnam, C, India, D, Philippines? Yes, you got it right, teachers. It's letter C. Si India po. Rice originated in India. Saka lang po tayong nakapag-adapt or na ano yung rice natin nang dahil sa pag-introduce na nung mga model farms, yan. Pero originally, yung rice talaga is from India. Okay? We may have produced improved varieties, especially nung na-establish na yung IRI sa kapanahunan ni Ferdinand Marcos Sr., na marami ng varieties na na-improve dahil tayo yung nakapag-produce more ng rice at that time. Diba? Para siyang tinatawag na golden age. But as to kung saan talaga galing yung rice, it's from India. Tama po, Mexico. Additional information, Mexico is corn. Si Mexico yung talagang unang nakapag-produce ng corn. Next, chlorophyll can be found in A, mitochondria, B, stomata, C, mesophyll cells, D, vascular bundles. Sabi saan, di ba, chlorophyll is the green pigment of the plant. So, saan siya nakikita? Guys, teachers, the correct answer is letter C. Sa mesophyll cells. Okay? Vascular bundles, dito nakikita natin yung phloem at xylem. Stomata, dito nangyayari yung gas exchange, no, for photosynthesis. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Kung saan yung mga energy ng cell pinaproduce. Okay, next question. 31. Quality of a soil to provide optimum level of nutrients for plant growth. So what do you call this? Is it A, soil fertility, B, soil chemistry, D, soil microbiology, D, soil mineralogy? Diba? Correct answer is, tama po, it's soil fertility. The clue here is quality of a soil to optimum level of nutrients. Yan. Optimum level of nutrients, soil fertility yan. Kasi pag sinabing soil chemistry, no, it's the study of how the solid, liquid, and gaseous phases interacts to each other. No? While microbiology, yan, biochemical reaction na with the microorganisms. Of course, yung soil mineralogy, obviously, structural chemistry na kung ano yung mga solid components meron ang lupa. Okay? So yan yun. So fertility, soil chemistry, microbiology, and mineralogy.